Are you excited to be here? Let me hear your excitement. All right. I am Susan Simmons Marsh. I'm a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Epsilon Sigma Omega Chapter, and I also serve as president of the AKA Foundation of Central Pennsylvania. We are so delighted to be here with you this morning for the 27th African American Read-In. Yay! Good morning, yay! Awesome. You are in for a real treat today. Trust me. We have some exciting authors, illustrators, performers. You see the drums? Who likes to play the drums? Let me see some hands. 1, I see 2, 3, awesome. We even have an artist here today who is going to do some amazing creative work today just for you. So at this time, I'd like to have Gladys Brown-Detrail, who is the president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Epsilon Sigma Omega Chapter, to come and welcome you. Let me hear. All right, very good, very good.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is so good to see everyone here. I'm so excited to see all the happy faces and excited to be here. I am, as Susan stated, the president of the Harrisburg chapter, Epsilon Sigma Omega, of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. As you know, when we talk about Black History Month, we talk about history of the different organizations and the impact that they have made in our country. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is one of those organizations. This year, we celebrate 117 years in existence here in this country, but also in the world. We started out on the campus of Howard University 117 years ago on January 15th, 1908, and it has expanded to many countries around the world. We have over 350,000 members, whether it's undergraduate or graduate members, and we are all about the business of service to all mankind. Our chapter here in Harrisburg has done so many different community activities and events over the years, stressing scholarship, stressing health initiatives, stressing so many different things in terms of environmental justice, all those different type of things, but all of it accumulates to the fact that we are here to give service to the Harrisburg community. And service we do. Over the years, as you know, we talked about this. This is our 27th African American Read-In. 27 years. That is a beautiful thing, and we have seen it evolve and seen the excitement evolve as well, and it's the same here today. So we welcome you, we encourage you to take advantage of all the different things that we have going on today. And as I turn it over to our MC, I just encourage you to have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Gladys. So, what city are we in? Let me hear Stilton. Stilton. This is a pretty week. Let me hear 1, 2, 3. Stilton. We are so delighted to have the mayor of Stilton here with us today. Let's give it up. The mayor's here again.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I know it's early. Y'all can do that. I know we in Stilton, but we get a little lit down here too. So I wanted to thank everyone for coming. Welcome to the borough of Stilton. As you said, I am the mayor of Stilton. I am the first African-American mayor of Stilton. Female, I should say, of Stilton. So we are breaking ceilings. We are shattering glasses and doing what we know how to do, right? So I appreciate everyone coming out. I love this event because our children need the fundamentals. They need to know how to read. They need to know how to comprehend. I was an avid reader when I was a kid, and it turned me into a 4-time self-published author. So I understand the importance of reading and writing and things of that nature, because it gives us the ability to create, to imagine, and to leave an impact even after we're gone. So I love having the ability and being honored to be able to be here with the wonderful women of AKA, the pretty girls. I love I'm honored to be here, and just thank you all for coming out. Check with all the vendors, because we have to support each other. We have to support our own. We are still in Black History Month, and we're gonna make sure it's blackity black. Okay? We're gonna do that. This ain't DEI. We are here because we deserve to be here, okay? So I appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you so much. I will be making my way around, so stop and say hi. I'm nice. Thank you so much.
So let's see who's here today. Raise your hand if you're 5 and under. All right, let's give it up for the 5 and under. Raise your hand if you're between the ages of 5 and 8. Let's give it up between 5 and 8. Raise your hand if you're between the ages of 8 and 12. Give it up for those who are between 8 and 12. Now, other than adults. Let's see who's here between the ages of 12 and 18. All right. Parents in the house. Now, wait a minute. We got to give it up for the parents, because if the parents weren't here, you would not be here. So let's give it up for the parents. Awesome. So now we will National Negro Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. I am so glad it's a video, because I cannot hold a tune. I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful technology person. And please stand and sing along if you choose to do so. Awesome. us to acknowledge our special guests. And our first special guest that I want to acknowledge are the children. All children, stand up. You're our special guests. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, while you're standing, raise your hand if you have been to one of the libraries in Dauphin County. Awesome. So one of our very special guests, you're very special too, is the head of the Dauphin County Library System. Does anyone know his name? Ryan! Ryan! Stand up! Let's give him a hand. We're so happy that you're here with your team from the Dauphin County Library System. And I invite all of you, parents, grandparents, nieces, all of you, members of Alpha Kappa Alpha 2, to visit our libraries here in Dauphin County because they are very important to this county. And we need to take full advantage of all that they have to offer. All right. So next is to introduce our partners. We could not do what we do in terms of being able to bring this to you if it were not for our partners. Now, young people, you're special guests, so that's important. You're also our partners, because if you weren't here, we would not be able to put this on. But there are a few other partners that I do want to introduce to you. And as I call the organization's name, the representative, you just stand up and we can give you a Saturday morning, yay! All right, we can do that. First, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Theta Lambda Chapter. All right. American Literacy Corporation, Floyd Stokes, who has been with us probably almost as long as we've been doing it. Capital Region Literacy Council. Dauphin County Library System. Harrisburg Keystone Rotary Club. The Links Incorporated Harrisburg Chapter. Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, located in the heart of Stilton. Opportunities Industrialization Center, OIC. The Union of Black Episcopalians Bishop Baxter Chapter. Heart and Soul Bookstore. Penn State Harrisburg Office of Multicultural Recruitment and Community Affairs, who has supported this for years and years, and they provide your lunch. That's important, right? And then the Stilton High Spire School District for opening the doors, for allowing us and allowing you to be here today. How many students do we have from the Stilton High Spire School District? All right, awesome, awesome. Harrisburg School District. Central Dauphin School District. Hershey School District. Middletown School District. Wherever you're from, we're just so happy that you... St. Stephen's. St. Stephen's in the house. And Milton Hershey. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So our next segment, we will focus on the children and youth. They are our future. And so the first, how many were here last year? Do you remember the dance group that came? Does anyone remember? Maniacs? All right, here they are. Awesome. We can do better than that. Awesome.
Maniacs! 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 Maniacs!
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Listen, kiss, I love her. That girl, let's go. Girl, let's go. That girl, let's go. That girl, let's 3, 2, 1, let's go. That girl, that girl. Hey, that girl, that girl. That girl, that girl, that girl, I must. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Some more.
Yo, it's your boy Fonzo. I don't know what you want from having me. Now I'm with STWC and producer Money. Hey, yo, Steve, wait, I thought we was finished. Take it.
Thank you.
Let's give him a standing ovation. Yes. Thank you so very much for coming out and sharing your talents. Do we have any other aspiring dancers in the house? Well, I'm not too old to aspire to do that, right? Maybe one day I'll get there, right? So another special guest. How many of you are from Harrisburg? So another special guest in the house is the president of Harrisburg City Council, Danielle Bowers. Give it up. So do we have any aspiring, or do we have any poets in the house? Poets? Did I hear someone say? Wonderful. So last year, towards the end of the year, we lost an American poet, a writer, a commentator, and an activist, as well as an educator, Nikki Giovanni. On your program, we had someone scheduled to come and read one of her poems, but unfortunately they're not able to be here. So adults, you know we always pivot, right? So today we have an opportunity to hear Nikki Giovanni herself on the screen.
I'm Nikki Giovanni. I'm a poet. I'm 77 years old. I hope to be 78, you know. I'm just a poet. I only have words. So the words I wanted to share were thug life. Tupac was a big fan of voting. I, too, am a thug. And this poem is entitled Vote. It's not a hug, nor mistletoe at Christmas. It's not a colored egg at Easter, nor a bunny hopping across the meadow. It's a vote saying you are a citizen, though it sometimes is chocolate or sometimes vanilla. It can be female or male. It is right or left. I can agree or disagree, but, and this is an important but, I am a citizen. I should be able to vote from prison. I should be able to vote from the battlefield. I should be able to vote when I get a driver's license. I should be able to vote when I purchase a gun. I must be able to vote if I'm in the hospital, if I'm in the old folks' home, if I'm needing a ride to the polling place. I am a citizen. I must be able to vote. Folks were lynched. Folks were shot. Folks' communities were gerrymandered. Folks who believed in the Constitution were lied to, burned out, bought and sold because they agreed all men and women were created equal. Folks vote to make us free. It's not cookies nor cake, but it is the icing that is so sweet. Good for the folks, good for us. My country, 'tis of thee.
So this is one of Nikki Giovanni's books. I'm sure that some of the tables, when you start browsing, you'll see others of her books. I know we have some on the table with the black tablecloth, and you'll be able to, I think we have at least two in the back. Anyone's interested, those aspiring poets, please pick up one of her books. Now, how many achievers do we have in the house? Everyone should have their hand. Let me try that again. How many achievers do we have here today? Everyone is an achiever. Everyone. But we have a special group today. And I am going to ask, I'm not even sure what to call or to even announce Karen Love, but it's because of her that we're here today. And for those of you who don't know, for those of us in the sorority, we get those emails at 12 a.m., 4 a.m., and 5 a.m. But Karen, we do love you, and we appreciate all that you do to make sure that this happens. But Karen, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. It's just my joy to be able to bring children and books together and have adults be here to see and witness the wonderful things that kids can do and then share their gifts the other way as well. So today we have a really wonderful surprise. And I'm gonna have to recruit a few people. I asked them, if my drummers are here, will you please go and get a drum and just line up right in front. Don't be shy. Pick up a drum and hold the handle, put it under your arm. I did tap a few of you, so please go do that while I'm talking. And our drummers are just gonna help us drum our African American achievers in their march around the room and right here to the front, where they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves. So I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to start our drummers. And drummers, you're going to go, okay. All right, the drummers are coming, and you're just going to, let's see if you can put it under your arm, like this. Walk with it, and then get with the other hand. And they are leading our marchers, so marchers come right behind them. Come on. Douglas. We have with us Katherine Johnson. We have Jesse Owens, Patty Simmons, George Washington, Booker T. Washington. Okay, stop. Because Booker T. Washington's going to tell you about himself. Let's give the drummers a hand. Drummers.
Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington was born into slavery on April 5th, 1856, in Halesford, Virginia, after the Civil War. His family moved to Maryland, West Virginia to start a new life. Booker walked 500 miles to Hampton Institute to attend school where he worked as a janitor to pay for college. He graduated with honors on July 4th, 1881. Booker became one of the founding members of Tuskegee Institute, where the buildings were built by the students. What became known as the Atlanta Address of 1895. Booker gave a speech to the Cotton States International Inspiration Expedition in Atlanta, Georgia, asking citizens of both races to work together towards social peace. In 1901, Booker wrote Up from Slavery, an autobiography of his life. Booker T. Washington will be known for working towards improving the lives of the African Americans through education and equality.
And this is Devin Brown, a fifth grader at Susquehanna Township, Thomas Holtzman School. Thank you.
Katherine Johnson. She was born August 26, 1918. She was a human calculator. She was an AKA. She was over 100 years old. She died at age 101 in 2020, February 24th. She worked at NASA. She used math for space activities, but you can still remember her too.
Beautiful. Catherine. And this is Isley Bellamy, and she is a third grader at St. Stephen's Episcopal School.
Jesse Owens was born the grandson of a slave September 12, 1913 in Oakville, Alabama. When Jesse was 9 years old, his family moved to Cleveland, Ohio as part of the Great Migration. He had more opportunities and education and sports programs. Jesse first came to national attention as a student at East Technical High School. He equaled the world record of 9.4 seconds in the 100-yard dash and long jump, 20 feet and 9.5 inches at the 1933 National High School Championship in Chicago. Jesse attended Ohio State University in 1935. Jesse won 8 individual NCAA championships. He had success. He was not able to travel with the team and only ate at blacks-only restaurants. In 1936, Jesse won 4 gold medals at the Berlin Olympics, becoming the first African track and field athlete to do so. At single Olympic Games, he won the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, long jump, and 4x100-meter relay, making him one of the greatest track athletes of all time. After the Olympics, Jesse decided his time as a motivational speaker, addressing youth groups and organizations of the success and challenges of being a Black athlete.
Thank you, Jesse Owens, by Austin Brown, another fifth grader at Thomas Holtzman Elementary. And now we're going to meet Peggy Simmons Love.
I am Peggy Love. I was the first Black woman to graduate from Wilton School of Business. I lived to be 101 years old. I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
This is Kylie. She is a first grader at, tell me the name of your school.
And Jamil.
All right. Thank you very much, Kylie. Okay, and now we have Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, born on August 1st, 1961, Honolulu, Hawaii, U.S., is the 44th President of the United States. 2009 to 17, and the first African American to hold the office before winning the presidency. Obama presented Illinois in the U.S. Senate 250, 2005. He was the African American to be elected that body since the end of Reconstruction, 1877. In 2009, he was awarded to the Nobel Peace Prize for his extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples.
Thank you, Obama. This is Chase Cameron. And he is a third grader at E.H. Phillips. So this is Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. in one of his letters from Birmingham prison said that through painful experience alone we can know that freedom is not something that is freely given. The ones who did not have it must demand it. It shows his grit and perseverance. In the face of opposition, King was a civil rights activist for the Afro-American people.
Thank you. This is Chance Cameron. I think we have all of our achievers. Let's give them a great hand. And our drummers, can you lead them off? You can go that way, turn that way, go that way. Thank you very much to our drummers and our achievers. And now I have one more achiever I'd like to introduce you to. This young lady is a graduate of Fisk University. And Fisk University is where my mother went to school. But now she is going to come up and tell us a little bit about her achievements. Let's give her a big hand. Her name is Brianna Daniels, And you may recognize her from television and other events because she is an outstanding African American.
Hello, sorry to put y'all on the spot. My name is Brianna Daniels. I am a part of the inaugural Fitz University gymnastics team. I was on the team from 2022 to 2024. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I got to meet a lot of cool people, the alumni, going to like SEC schools like Georgia, Florida, Auburn. It was so surreal. Just multiple things, multiple opportunities. I did graduate in May this past May in 2024 with a degree in kinesiology, magna cum laude, and in the fall I got accepted this fall. I'm going to Johns Hopkins University to continue my education in nursing. So yeah, I'm really thankful for Fisk. I'm thankful for Curran Tarver and Gay Anderson and Courtney Chenry. Those are my coaches when I was there, and it was really just a surreal feeling. It was cool seeing like the youth and just, being a part of history. I don't think it really hit us that first year because we were just going all over the place, but it was really fun, and I'm glad that I can say that I was a part of history. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And in the back, there's a little display of her things, and they have not met, but we are so excited. Ms. MC, are you going to introduce our guest? Okay. This is the first time these two gymnasts are meeting, so it's really wonderful.
Absolutely. So do we have any gymnasts in the audience? Wow! Wonderful! You want a picture with the two? We have two gymnasts. All right, while we're waiting on that, so we are so happy to have Brianna here today. It's absolutely wonderful. But we also have another gymnast. She was the first African American gymnast in Maryland, and she was the first African American gymnast in the University of Nebraska. And she was a champion. And she continues to be a champion. Why? Because she is also an author and an entrepreneur. So I am so delighted to bring to you our featured author for today, Racine Smith Williams. Come on down. My friend, my sister, and my sorority sister. Racine is all yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Is everyone having a good time? Yes. Thank you so much for coming out this morning. I promise you're going to have an awesome time. So today, I got up this morning with PJ. This is PJ. Can everyone say hi to PJ? Hi, PJ. Can everyone say, welcome to Pennsylvania, PJ? Welcome to Pennsylvania, PJ. PJ is the main character in my book, Upside Down is Right Side Up, which I just published this summer on the first day of the opening ceremonies of the 2024 Olympics. PJ is an energetic, creative, and caring 9-year-old who cannot stay on her feet. She's doing cartwheels in the grocery store, handstands in the elevator. She is flipping all over the place. Finally, after a discussion between her mom and dad, they decided to put her into gymnastics. And while all of the athletes were very excited about learning all these new skills on the 4 events, the vault, the bars, the beam, and the floor, there were key lessons learned, such as being responsible, friendship, and accepting others. So, what unfolds in this book is a love for gymnastics and a deeper respect for differences. So that is a little bit about the book. A little bit about myself. I started gymnastics at the age of 13, which to most is really late. And I'm also almost 5'9", which is very, very tall for a gymnast. But guess what? I worked it out. I was the first Black gymnast to win the Maryland State all-around title, and I won 2 back-to-back AAU national championship titles my junior and senior year in high school. This led to me being recruited by many, many Division I schools, and ultimately I did choose the University of Nebraska, where I was the first Black gymnast. I was awarded a full athletic scholarship, and I competed there all 4 years. I was an academic all Big 8, and I had 2 Big 8 conference championship rings, which one I'm wearing right now. And my junior and senior year at Nebraska, we finished in the top 10 at the NCAA Division I National Championships. And that's a little bit about my gymnastics background. I'm married. I have 2 adult children. My Bachelor of Science is in Human Development and Family, and I have a Master's of Arts in Counseling and Psychology from Bowie State University. Thank you. I am a care coordinator, also known as a case manager. So I coordinate services in the homes of children and adults so they don't have to live in institutions such as hospitals and nursing homes. I'm also a professional organizer. I have my own business, Elite Organizing Services, and I'm also a crafter. So if you see in the middle of the table, that's the latest merchandise that I've been making, scrunchies, and those are for purchase. I love crocheting. So that's a little bit about me. I'm also a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I was initiated at the University of Nebraska the fall of '87. I've been in a sorority for 37 years, and I am a life member. I am currently a member of Delta Pi Omega chapter serving the Annapolis area. Are there any questions so far? Oh, thank you so much. So a little bit about my book journey. So you might be thinking, oh, she's gonna say, I've always wanted to be an author. I've always wanted to write a children's book. No. No, in all of no land. This is not anything I ever wanted to do. So this is my story and I'm sticking to it. In March of 2021, my friend in Texas called me early in the morning and said, Racine, I had a dream. And I'm like, great. Okay. She said, we need to write a children's book about an African-American gymnast. Now, mind you, her degrees are in journalism. My degrees are in human development and counseling psychology. I'm confused. I said, you want me to what? She said, you need to write a children's book about an African-American gymnast. And I was like, well, why? What? When have you ever heard me say I wanted to be an author? When did you ever hear me say I wanted to write a children's book? So I thought about it for about 10 seconds and I said, I love it. I love it. I hung the phone up and I thought, I have absolutely no idea what to do. So if I can do this at almost age 60, I'll be 59 this summer. You all, children and adults, can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. Okay? Can we make a deal about that? Okay, thank you. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Are there any questions? Okay, so, oh yes, you have a question? Okay, so let's get a little interactive. Oh, yes.
What was the best part about writing the book?
That's a really good question. The book, in terms of writing it, it actually only took me about 3 nights. Over a period of about 3 or 4 weeks when I couldn't sleep at night, I would think about the book and it would come to me. And I would get up the next morning and do voice to text on my phone. I live by voice to text on my phone. So I think when I finished writing the story, I thought, oh my gosh, I just wrote a book. But then of course I thought, well, what do you do now? I don't know. So I think every little accomplishment, I was proud. So after I finished writing the book, I was like, oh wow, I wrote a book. Then it took a while to find the illustrator. When the illustrator showed me the first illustration that was just in black and white, I was like, oh my gosh, it's my book. And then when she put the first illustration in color, I was like, a book. When she finished the whole book, and I was just going through the PDF, I was in awe. I was in awe. And then when I hit that publish button, I couldn't believe it. I think I was sitting at my computer, and it was the opening ceremonies were gonna start in about 4 hours, and I had my finger just like this, and I pulled it back, and I just stared for a minute. And I said, when I push this button, I'm going to be an author. So it wasn't any one special moment. I think it was just every time I made one more accomplishment, I moved a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And because, like I said earlier, this wasn't a dream of mine, I was just in awe of, I'm writing a book. How did this happen? And then the journey that it has taken me on up here. Thank you to Alpha Kappa, Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Epsilon Sigma Omega Chapter, and the Foundation for having me here. I'm so appreciative of this opportunity. So let's get some interaction. We are here for what? The 27th African American Read-In. And so what does that mean? That means that reading is important, right? And we want to put a spotlight on reading. So I do have some flyers at the end of the table for anyone who wants some. But let's talk about this. Children can answer along with adults. What are some of the benefits of reading? Yes.
Lifelong learner.
That is correct. Anyone else? Yes, language development. Anyone else? Yes? I'm sorry, Samantha. Yes, the more you read, the better you write. So I'm going to go over some of the key points that I thought were the benefits of reading. It builds empathy. Reading stories about all walks of life helps us to understand where others come from, presenting us with thoughts and scenarios outside of our own perspective. And you will see that in the book that I wrote, Upside Down is Right Side Up. Vocabulary expansion, like the young lady just said, the more you read, the more words you are exposed to. Improving writing skills. Reading improves writing skills by helping the reader understand and learn different writing styles. If you read more, you will naturally become a better writer. Reduces stress. Losing yourself in a book has been shown to reduce stress levels by refocusing your mind on a new topic. Better sleep. Reading before bedtime can calm your brain and reduce your screen time. Boosts mental health. Studies suggest that reading can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, providing a healthy escape and perspective. Improves critical thinking. Comprehension skills and analytical thinking are built. Knowledge expansion. Reading opens a world of information and ideas. You can learn new things. Okay, so I have some of these flyers at the end of the table here. And those of you who will be joining me later on this evening or later on this morning, I will be reading Upside Down is Right Side Up. And then we will be doing an activity that you will see after I read the book to you is one of PJ's favorite activities. I'm sorry, what you? PJ said she can't wait to take pictures with you all. So you all the children are welcome to come up and when they want to and put medals on and stand next to PJ and take pictures and also take some stickers. So does anyone have any questions? Any more questions?
Are you and PJ thinking about his second book?
Didn't you just hear my story about the first book?
I did.
Yes, I am thinking about it because people are asking me, you know, people are saying PJ needs to grow up. I'm like, okay, PJ is 9 years old and PJ stands for Princess Jade. Another interesting story about her name, when I was writing the book, I got tired of saying her, she, the gymnast, And then as you introduce new characters who don't have names, you're saying, she, her, no, that one, the one on page 6. So I said, I need to call her something. I said, I'm gonna call her PJ. And so then I could reference her, PJ, PJ, PJ. So then I said, well, wait a minute, I need to come up with a name. But then I thought, I like PJ. So I said, now I need to come up with a name with the first name with a P and the second name with J. So that's how I came up with Princess Jade. And her last name is Smith, which is my maiden name, and I did that to honor my mom and dad. And then something else I would like to say, Rihanna, the gymnast who just spoke, okay, I'm gonna try not to cry. It was so special when I found out that she was coming here because I have followed this since year 1. Their freshman year, I went to 3 different meets. I went to Rutgers and GW and Towson. And I'm from Maryland, I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. And when Fisk came to Towson, I hosted 29 black and brown girls to see Fisk compete at Towson. The first time I saw Fisk was at Rutgers University. And the head coach of Rutgers is also a soror. And I did not know this, but when I was checking into the hotel, a young black woman walked in front of our car. She had on blue and gold, and I said, wouldn't that be funny if that was Fisk? And then lo and behold, the whole Fisk team walked in front of me. And so I was staying at the same hotel as them. And in their inaugural season, people were around them. It was like the paparazzi. So I was happy that I could have, some private time with them. Well, we went to bed that night. The next morning, I was able to have breakfast with some of them, and then I saw the entire team. And I asked the coach, I said, could I take pictures with the team? And my husband said, I can't believe you had to start crying yet. Because when Brianna came up here, I almost started crying, which I feel like I'm about to do now. And when I saw the whole team, you would have thought I was looking at uniforms. Because I was like, listen, all black team. Like, blackity black, black, all black. Hard to the people is black. And I just started crying. And I know the young women were like, who's that old woman crying and what is wrong with her? But I was just bawling because obviously I'm older than the gymnasts, but I'm probably older than all the parents of the black and brown gymnasts that are coming up nowadays. But when I tell you I cried my eyes out. So then I went to GW and I saw them at GW. I was crying again. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Get a grip on yourself. And when I was at Rutgers, I couldn't even sleep at night. It was like a 5-year-old waiting for Santa Claus. And the head coach, we also competed against each other 40 years ago. And she was the first African-American gymnast at Georgia. So then when I was going to Towson, I was communicating with someone at Towson who worked for Towson who went to Fisk. And I said, if you see me and I'm crying on the floor, just walk over me, give me some tissue and keep going. I said, this will be my 3rd time seeing them in their inaugural season, and I don't know what's wrong with me. And then she shed the light. We are all familiar with We Are Our Ancestors' Wildest Dreams. We are all the dreams, right? That's what she said to me. She said, we're the dream, right? I said, yes. She said, but in the world of gymnastics, you're not the dream. You're the ancestor. And all I could think about was this beautiful picture that I have in my phone of Senator John Lewis and President Barack Obama, and they were just hugging. And I've had that picture on my phone since '08, and I think it is such a beautiful picture. And I thought, I bet John Lewis thought he would have never, ever, ever seen a black president. And when she said, you're not the dream, you're the ancestor, I said, oh my goodness, I'm the John Lewis. That's why I'm so emotional. So when Brianna came forth, I was over there just going, don't cry, you have to speak, don't cry, you have to speak. And I just hugged her to death. And now that she's going to Johns Hopkins and I'm in Maryland, I can see her. So thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited to be here. Did you have a question? Yes. She asked, how do I feel about making the book? I am very proud of myself because it is so out there for me. It is absolutely not me. So I'm proud of myself that I stepped into a space And when I tell you I knew absolutely nothing, I knew nothing. So I started in March of 2021 and I pushed the publish button July 26th of 2024. So I'm proud of myself. Any other questions, Jeff? That's a good question. How does PJ feel about being a gymnast? Hold on. She said she loves it. But she said what she really likes is traveling all over the place and meeting all the kids. That's what she really, really, really likes, is taking pictures with all the kids and talking to the kids. Yes? The book, the main character is PJ. She is a gymnast, but it's a children's book. So there are many other lessons in there that are for boys or girls. It doesn't matter. And then also there is a piece in the book that can be maybe a difficult conversation. So the book can initiate the conversation that a child may have with a parent in terms of things that they may be experiencing. Any other questions? Yes?
Is the book on Amazon?
Yes, it is. I always forget to tell that part. Bad author. Yes, my book is available on Amazon. And I do have books here also for sale. Any other questions? Well, thank you all so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. The children will enjoy her book. Upside Down is Right Side Up. And I don't, did you tell them that you also were an entrepreneur? Did you tell them that part? Okay, good. Okay, and the gym outfits and all that. Okay, great. All right, at this time, we are going to have an artist come forward. We are in for a treat. This is Brian King Prolific Hickman, and I'm gonna let Parker Thompson tell you some things about him, but we're gonna let him get started, and then we're gonna do a couple other things.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm delighted to be with you still this morning, and even more delighted to introduce our featured artist illustrator. Now, you know, for the African American Read-In, we celebrate and acknowledge authors, but also illustrators. Authors tell stories, and illustrators help us see the story. So we read it and then we see it. Children, when you look in books and you see all those pictures and drawings, and we just have so many books here today that have special illustrations in them, they help you know the story better. And today we're featuring an artist extraordinaire. And you're going to be delighted with his work. And he's going to be setting it up. We're going to do some other things, but I want you to keep watching him. Now, don't go away at the end because you will really be amazed. Brian Hickman II is better known as King Prolific. He's a visual artist. He's from Harrisburg. He earned a bachelor's degree from Shippensburg University, where he acquired many artistic skills that enabled his growth as a professional artist during his post-collegiate journey. King Prolific specializes in a multitude of different mediums, bringing images to fruition that are intended to captivate the viewing audience. His work draws inspiration from cultural African roots, as well as an appreciation for African American culture. Through portraits, murals, and graphic design, King Prolific seeks to create art that evokes a sense of pride within the realm of storytelling. Over the years, his contributions to the community, youth, and self-development have been acknowledged through magazine publications, most recently, The Verge, viral social media posts, and frequented support. His ultimate goal as an artist is to remain consistently productive while acquiring more knowledge that he'll be able to pour his art to inspire the rest of the world. We want to welcome King Prolific as he creates in this space. He also is going to be available to help children create following the presentation. King Prolific, do your work.
now, for the finale. Do not try this at home. Give him a hand. Isn't that amazing? And he's going to have a workshop too for some of the older kids. So I am going to be here to explain a few of the things that are going to happen next. But we want to give both of our artists, so give our artists a hand again. Thank you so much. And we're going to give our gymnast author a hand. She's back there. And we are going to break up into groups, but all of the children, if you have not gotten a certificate of participation, you will be getting one. All of our performers, all of our readers, and all of our guests' children, before you leave, will get a certificate of participation. And a little later on, we also have certificates for our partners and our readers. So those will be coming to you shortly. And after we go to reading rooms and come back, then we would like to get some pictures of you. So I hope you will enjoy, and before we read, we cannot leave without Mr. Floyd Stokes, who is getting ready to get us excited about reading.
All right, everybody stand up. Hey, George, you wanna come beatbox with me, man? Everybody put your hands together. And say it with me. A book, pick it up, a book. Everybody pick it up, a book. Pick it up, a book. Pick it up, a book. Pick it up, like an astronaut. Traveling through space, super reader is in this place. The price is high when your esteem is low. So pick up a book, there's place to go. The pyramids in Egypt, the arts in France, the volcanoes in Hawaii that will put you in a trance. Well, it's what it's taking when you open a book, so pick it up right now and you might get hooked. The world's what it's taking, there's plenty to see. From the valley low to the highest tree. The sky's the limit and reading is the key, so pick up a book and read with me. A book, everybody pick it up, a book. Pick it up, a book. Pick it up, a book. Turn the TV off, a book. Pick it up, a book. Pick it up, turn the TV off, a book. Thank you. Give me some hand.
Thank you, and we want to welcome our Dauphin County Commissioner, George Hartwick, who has been a wonderful supporter of literacy and reading, and we are so proud to have him here with us today. And he's going to be one of the readers. So when you go to rooms, you're not only going to experience the author who wrote books, but you'll also have some other guests, such as George Hartwick, who will be there to read a book as well.